All right, finally we stepped into the reason why I created this plugin collections. So this is the first step I tried to create and finally I finished it and I am so excited to talk about it and you will love it definitely. So before we step into this AM Termax plugin, we can just we have to set initial setup first, the one time initial setup first before we work on this AM Termax. For that, you need to open AM Tasker plugins and open app permissions, and you have to enable the notification. I will let you know why you need this notification enabled. And in the permission, you probably enable the photos and videos because it's needed for the QR code and pixel color collection plugins. So just enable it. And also inside the additional permission, you have to enable these run commands in Termux environment. You have to allow this one. So once you've done that, this is not enough for running the Termux scripts inside Tasker. You have to follow one step. Go to About and Plugins and scroll up. You have to you can see AM Termux plugin. By the way, you can read all the process and all the workflow, how the script work, how you can run the script, and all the details about every plugins in here. If you click this one, it will explain all of the things about this AM pixel colors. And if you click regex, it will explain all about the regex. So it will help a lot. You can just read it. If you don't like my videos, if you don't watch my videos, you can just use that and read it yourself. So just open that Termux for now, AM Termux, and read it all the way down. But for this time you just need this one, like just copy command. What it does, it actually need the Termux actually need allow external apps to run that scripts outside the Termux environment. So you need to enable it. You can just follow these steps manually. You can read it and follow it. If you don't like it to do manually, you can just copy this command, just copy the button and go back and open Termux and paste it and run it. That's it. Once you do this, the allow external apps equal to true, the property will be enabled in the Termux property. Once you done running the script and enabling the permission, you are good to go. There is nothing else you need except the notification permission. So once you do all that, just create your own script and add the AM Termux, and AM Termux will produce you these outputs like normal Termux Tasker plugin does. AM Termux result and AM Termux error and length and Termux output, which provide the output of the printed output in the Termux and output original length. Also, it will provide one additional variable which is called AM Termux session ID. Okay. Okay. Once you take a look, just open the Termux editor. You open it, you will see a beautiful editor. And in the interpreter, you can just select the language as you want. If it's a bash script, you can just select this one. If you're running a Python, you can select Python 3, Python 3. It runs on pip, it runs node and everything. So currently we are using the Python, and in the Python script you can see it takes input like a equal to it will ask the user enter the first in number, and it will ask for enter the second number which is stored in B. The result will be stored a plus b in the result, and it will print the result. Once you do this, and we will talk about these options later. So once your script is done, you have to press OK, and you can just run the script, and the output will be provided. So once you run it, it will ask the number, first number, second number, it will add both of them and flash the output, as you can see in the flash message here. So if you want to run it in the background, you have to type 0 here. So run in foreground, which is 0 means background, 1 means foreground. If you have any input like enter the user input, like input, enter the first number, something like that, and if you press save while the background run is enabled, the script will the plugin will warn you like you have the interactive input, but you don't running the script in the Termux in background foreground. So you can just press yes change, it will change the input to 1, run in foreground. Or if your intention is running the same thing in the background, you can just no thanks, it will save it. But be careful, once you have a user input here and run in background, it will run the script forever waiting for your input forever. Okay, so make sure you handle this run in foreground better and wait for result. This is something like once you want to run the script and you don't need to wait for a result, and tasker should continue next the action. You can just enable this wait for result to 0, so it will continue immediately. If you put 1, it will wait for the result. Okay, so set value to unset variables. So this is something which is unique to this tasker AM Termax plugin. So I will let you know what it does. So currently let me remove the inputs here in the code. Input, instead of input just put 5, and instead of input B put 8, something like that, and run in foreground, make it 0, so it will run in background, there is no user interaction. And wait for a result, yes, we need to wait for a result. And set value is unfilled, just keep it is 0 right now, and set session id will be empty for now. So now press ok and go back and run it. Sum 13, which is the sum of like 5 plus 8 is 13. That is right. Let me run it again. Sum 13. Okay, so it is working. Sometimes we need to have a variable here, so we can say var a, and we can have var b. This is nothing but a tasker variables. Let me create those variables var a and var b. Variable set var a, and which is 45. Let me put this above, and on the below variable set where b, oh let me correct it, where b and 78, something like that. So var a var b will be 45 78. So you can the script will fill up those values here, then run the script. The plugin will fill up the values first, then it will run the script. So 45 plus 78 is 123, which is correct. So it is perfectly working. Now what this means, the set values to unset variables. So what does that mean? So sometimes when you need to grab a value from tasker run, but the tasker doesn't give you any value, like remove this value. So currently this var b is unset. Okay, there is no value for it, so we have to add some value to it in this case. So if it is unset, the 100 will be applied to var b. So if I run it, 145 will be the result. So no matter how many variables are unset, it will be set 100 for every variables. 200 plus 100. In this case var a and var b are not set, so unset variables to set to 100. So 100 plus 100 equal to 200. That's what it is happening here. So that is the one case. So how this is helpful, sometime when you are passing the variable tasker variables to your script, whatever script it is, either python or bash or node, whatever it is, if the variable is unset, you cannot verify if it is having the percentage symbol on the front or something like that. You can just set like unset as a string. So you can just in your own script you can just check if it is unset or set. So that's why it is here. So finally we are moving into a next part, which is session example. So I'm just using the same addition, but here where this I am using like four different actions which run the same script, a single script, single session in four different places. So initially first run will set the variable a to 8. So first a equal to variable a, which is 8 from the action 1. So it is set a as 8, then it stops. In normal Termux plugin, it stopped right there. There is nothing, there is no session continuation. In here, we have set the name as session ID as session A. Okay, the session A will be preserved across the entire run. So once the session A is set, the session A holds the value A, the Python A as value 8. Then next action, it sets variable B to 1. Then in the next script, b equal to variable b and ab equal to a plus b, which is 1 plus 8 equal to 9. Ab is 9 right now. And for the session id, we are using the same session id which is created here, like session id, or we can just type session a here. We can just type session a here or session id, the same session id which will be which is provided here. So once the session id is confirmed, this fourth one, this fourth action will continue the second action. So it will add 8 plus 1 equal to 9 in value ab, in the variable ab. So then what it does, on the fifth action, c equal to set to 77, and variable c is set here, and result will be ab plus c. Then the result will be saved, and session id is here. So remember one thing, whenever we keep it empty, like we keep it empty, there will be no session id created. If we type something, there will be a session id created. Okay, so once it continue and add something and print it, what it does, it flash the output like 77 plus 1 plus 8 equal to 86. Sum is 86. The sum 86 come from the last session. So the next session is here, starting like session b is starting here. So you can just have this up here. It doesn't affect the workflow, like, because it is running the session b. Okay, this is what it does. But you enable the notification, right? This is where it helps. So every time you create a session, it will be stored on your device as a session ids, session paths. So you need to clear that once after every time you run it. So each time it creates a session, it create a notification. So session a notification is here, session b is here. Once you swipe it out or close it, the session a notification, all the session will be wiped out. If you clear it, all the session b will be cleared out. So make sure you clear the notification after your entire script is run out. Okay, this is for now. And one more thing I forgot to mention in the basic thing. So once you edit it, you can have all these interpreter to run inside your code. And if you make this default to custom, you can just run the termux environment inside this one. You just need to put the path of your environment and select the interpreter, either it's a python or node, whatever it is. Select it, just you have to put the path of your environment path until bin, I guess. So then you can just run the session, run the script. uh, it will run on that environment you put here. Also, if your script is very long, like you cannot edit it here, you can just press this pencil icon. It will open a simple text editor. You can just edit your script over here, and once you save it, all the saved things, like all the saved things will be here. And if you edit something here, and if you edit it, it will be here. So this is it helpful for. And hope you like this Termux Tasker plugin. And sorry for taking a lot of your time. And did I missed anything? Not yet. Yeah, working directory. You can just change the working directory from here, so you don't have to use something like cd, something like that. You can just place a working directory, and that directory will be used in the script. That's it for now. And hope you like this. And I will provide another more exciting plugin, which is AM custom keyboard, on the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.